Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Cynical and welcome back to another episode of Sea Salt Snippets. It's been a little while since we last did one of these, and considering at the moment there are a few smaller pieces of interesting Kingdom Hearts stuff to talk about, I thought it would be high time to finally do one of these. So today I'm going to be talking about some smaller stuff that has happened recently, 3 to be specific, so let's just dive straight into it. First off for today, Kingdom Hearts on PC has received a patch, both Kingdom Hearts 1.5 plus 2.5, as well as Kingdom Hearts 2.8. Obviously, the games that, as of right now, do need to be worked on. Kingdom Hearts 3 has been pretty smooth sailing. In fact, it's honestly one of Square Enix's best PC ports I think they've ever pumped out. Square Enix have a little bit of a rocky history with their PC ports, but they did a really good job with KH3. There haven't really been too many issues that people have been facing specifically with number 3, and this is probably due to the reason of the game running on the Unreal Engine 4. From what I know, I've heard that the process of Unreal Engine porting is a lot easier compared to games created on other engines. So this is why when we look at the likes of the older Kingdom Hearts games, I believe they are running through Unity to a degree, but there have been a lot of different issues, specifically when looking at Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 with Kingdom Hearts 2, though I have heard that all of the other games, Kingdom Hearts 1, Birth by Sleep, and Chain of Memories, do have other smaller issues as well. The main issues here for the older Kingdom Hearts games is the crashing and just how random these crashes are. It seems like the stability of the games that are within 1.5 and 2.5 is not good whatsoever, specifically when looking at Kingdom Hearts 2 transferring from one area to another. There is a high chance that the game can just randomly crash. We know areas like Hollow Bastion's pretty bad for this with Merlin's house. I've personally experienced warping into Olympus a numerous amount of times in Kingdom Hearts 2 to just crash the game, and this then forces people to have to panic save all the time to ensure they're not just going to lose hours worth of progress. Again, this is mainly for the likes of Kingdom Hearts 2, but when looking at Kingdom Hearts 1 and Birth by Sleep, they've also got crashing issues as well. On top of that too, there's also been sound effects problems in Kingdom Hearts 2, where the sound will randomly glitch out, become extremely loud. There's other stuff like physics problems with some of the data fights, although this has always been an apparent issue even when looking at the PlayStation 4 and 3 versions of the game. So yeah, there's some issues here. And as we know, Kingdom Hearts on PC released back in April, so it's been quite some time since the game's out, yet for ages, Square just kind of left these ports alone, even though the community was outcrying, please apply some fixes, there's some stuff here that really needs some work. So we did end up receiving the very first patch for the older Kingdom Hearts games, specifically 1.5 and 2.5, a few months ago, that improved a numerous amount of different things, but mainly focused on the stability side of stuff. Now, I can confirm that even after that first initial patch, the random crashing still happens, even to this day. I can't confirm with the recent patch that's just happened today, but even with that first one applied, while the crashing is certainly less frequent in games like Kingdom Hearts 2, it's still apparent. However, what was good to see was Square Enix actively listening to the community, with people being like, you guys need to fix this. It was good to see, even though it took them some time to get to that point, it was good to see them actively listening and putting in some work. And today we have received the second patch, also on top of Kingdom Hearts 2.8 receiving its very first patch. Even though personally I haven't had too many issues really at all with 2.8, there has been a patch that's been applied. So let's read out what has been fixed. So for Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, there has been a bug that caused the game to crash when video recording or streaming an app, like using OBS. This was sort of a problem when using something like OBS or running an additional program while playing Kingdom Hearts, and alt-tabbing between these programs would just going onto the desktop, alt-tabbing or minimizing Kingdom Hearts, that in itself can cause the game to crash. This also happens with 2.8 as well, and this fix has been applied to both of them. Now, I have been doing a little bit of testing, minimizing alt-tabbing between programs while running both 1.5, 2.5, as well as 2.8. The issue doesn't happen again as often, but it can still sometimes happen. What is good is it happens less frequently, so that's nice. There was an apparent sound issue that I've personally never come across in Kingdom Hearts 1, where the sound settings would revert back to default when skipping events in the game. Apparently that has been fixed. Fixed a bug in Kingdom Hearts 2 where if a character takes specific damage during a specific action in Hollow Bastion, the character would not be controlled unless if they were attacked again. The crazy Kingdom Hearts 2 sound glitch has been fixed, and an issue with rumble racing on BBS has been fixed too. In regards to 2.8, as I was saying, the minimizing thing has been slightly fixed, and on top of that, there has been a bug fixed in Dream Drop Distance HD where the nightmares in Chernobog's fight would not disappear as they should, so that's been touched up. So even though as of right now we probably still don't have the definitive Kingdom Hearts OG experience on PC, as some of these problems and issues still do exist even with these patches here, it's fantastic to see that Square Enix are actively listening to the community. They even mentioned this in the official announcement tweet for the patch, saying we're grateful for your feedback on the PC versions. It's so good to see that they are listening to what we're saying. Maybe if it has taken Square perhaps a little too long to get to the point of fixing it, it's good to see it is happening. And, you know, personally I am confident that with a few more patches applied, we will eventually have a version of these older Kingdom Hearts games that are the definitive. The best way to experience them is on PC. And currently, as of right now, it sort of is. It's just with those crashing issues specifically, it hinders that experience. Next, I wanted to talk about Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, as this month, Dark Road is actually meant to continue. Now, we know that obviously Kingdom Hearts Unchained Key Union Cross shut down in May of this year. Tetsuya Nomura gave us a message to say that the events were concluding. However, this isn't the ultimate end, as Dark Road is still going to continue, but that won't be happening until sometime late September. Now, as of right now, we're currently in about the late September area, with it being about the 20th, so we should hopefully be seeing that Dark Road update, hopefully, in the next coming weeks. Though, just because of Union Cross's history with delays, it seems to be that every major update event that happens with Union Cross has always been pushed back, specifically for at least the localized global version. It really wouldn't surprise me if this next Dark Road update will also be delayed as well, just given Square Enix's history with this app. Personally, I'm really excited for this because this is the next big slice of Kingdom Hearts to happen for this year that is obviously confirmed. It's good to know that as much as Square Enix have taken a break this year, we've actually been treated relatively well with the Kingdom Hearts games coming to PC, as well as the crazy Union Cross finale that we got back in May, and the continuation of Dark Road happening at the end of this year. Yeah, there's an alright amount of Kingdom Hearts actually going on, and I am looking forward to the revelations and reveals and stuff that we find out about in Dark Road. I have a feeling that it will end on a point that will directly connect into that of the next Kingdom Hearts saga, just as, of course, Union Cross kind of did. There's a lot of intrigue around Dark Road, but I just feel like Square Enix haven't really done overly too much with it. There's a good cast of characters that I'm sure are going to be important for the future of the series that will likely somehow connect in with the foretellers and whatnot, but I just feel like at the moment, maybe Square aren't really doing too much with them. The Dark Road story has been kind of lackluster, so I do hope that the second half really ramps up and picks up. Of course, I'm assuming we will find out the fate of the different classmates and exactly what one ends up surviving, which I'm really looking forward to. And hopefully we just get some more important events actually going on within the second half of Dark Road. You know, maybe Xehanort's first encounter with the Master of Masters, more stuff to do with Scarlet as a whole, and learning more about the classmates. Keep in mind though, TGS is happening at the end of this month, so it wouldn't surprise me if TGS aligned up with the next half of Dark Road. That would make sense to me, as then Square could kind of promote it at the Tokyo Game Show. So be on the lookout. I would say when they mean late September for the next update, they probably mean late September, like somewhere towards like the 28th type area. But again, wouldn't surprise me if it does get delayed. I do hope though that because Union Cross is no longer in development and the only part of that app that will continue to be worked on will be Dark Road, I do hope it means that the focus of Dark Road increases furthermore. As I was saying, it seems like Square aren't really doing too much with Dark Road. It was always intended to be a little side thing and a spare-of-the-moment type story idea kind of thrown together as Tetsuya Nomura has described it. But because of the fact that Union Cross has now shut down, it kind of means that the Union Cross team can sort of put most of their focus into Dark Road, which hopefully means that, for one, the story will be more interesting because they can put more work, time, and effort into it. But on top of that too, I also hope that the consistency of which these episodes release is better, because just like anything to do with Unchained Key, Union Cross, and Dark Road, receiving these story updates have been slow. While there have been improvements made from time to time, it's slow. So hopefully with the attention now drawn to Dark Road, all of those type of things, just the overall quality and consistency will hopefully increase. The last thing I thought I would mention today that happened a few days ago that kind of took everyone by surprise was that Kingdom Hearts ended up getting a feature on Robot Chicken. Now, in case you guys don't know what Robot Chicken is, it's an Adult Swim show that essentially parodies pretty much anything: celebrities, pop culture, video games, movies, music, you name it. The show itself was created by Seth Green. I'm sure you guys should probably know who that is, the voice of Chris from Family Guy. But the unique thing about the show in its parodying is it uses action figures and toys to do so, and quite often, more so than not, Robot Chicken is known for its explicitness in the sense of how vulgar it can get. So whenever something does get a feature on Robot Chicken, it's usually pretty hilarious, and the Kingdom Hearts feature is no exception. Unfortunately, I can't show like the whole thing or anything. I'm just showing screenshots. I'm gonna leave a link to it in the description down below. It says Robot Chicken is Robot Chicken gets with Kingdom Hearts in the mix, and it's absolutely fantastic. So thank you so much, creators of Robot Chicken, for finally giving Kingdom Hearts a spotlight. It's hilarious because other video games in the past have been featured in Robot Chicken for the likes of Mario, so it's great to see Kingdom Hearts finally getting its spot. Hello guys, that's all for today's episode of Sea Salt Snippets. Hopefully you two are having an absolutely fantastic day. Keep at it, Square, with patching 1.5, 2.5, and 2.8 on PC. There's still work that needs to be done, but it's good to see that Square are actively making an effort. However guys, that's all for today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.